So let's talk about what we're supposed to be doing. I mean, as Kled, I feel like here you're trying to trade and win lane, which is fine if you weren't facing Urgot. Basically, you can't really trade with him early. Our goal as Kled, if we can't win the lane and snowball, is going to be to just kind of farm up, get the standard top lane items, get the T-Mat going, get the tabbies going, and then either wait for gank top, which is easy to follow up a gank. It's very easy to follow up a gank as Kled, and Urgot can never kill you. You can basically face tank a lot of his damage and just dismount, remount, and he won't be able to kill you very easily. It'll be very tough. Or if you get ahead, you can push and then roam to bottom and then TP back to top. But what you don't want is what you've done here, where you're kind of poked down early. It's a little dangerous of a position to be in. Not saying it's the end of the world or anything, but him getting this big, you can see he has a pretty big edge on you right now because of that dismount, which really hurts us early on. Like that. We do get the free kill, so we're looking at a good back. That's a great back timing by you. You're obviously smurfing with that back timing. And then you get the Tiamat right away. Here, we obviously just want to thin out the wave. Resetting with TP is the correct move. Gets us the biggest lead. There's not much we could do right here. You can't really all in him. You can also consider saving your E for Urgot's Q harass, which he's laying on you a lot. It's really hard to dodge now. There might be even an argument for not going Tiamat first, considering there might be an argument for not going Tiamat first because this guy's pretty tough to kill and he can poke us down pretty easily. So you're trading, doing your thing. You obviously get the remount. I guess you make the right call. You missed the Q. Now, I think there's a world where you could just press R on Lee Sin there and kill him. But I'm okay with the way this goes down. I would just caution, like, I felt like when Lee Sin shows up, we just press R on him and run him over. Because Urgot has no follow-up there. He has no ult or anything because he's behind on XP, waves pushing forward. I think the flash there is okay. Maybe. You might have been able to get away with just letting yourself get dismounted if you needed to, and fighting in minions. It's hard to tell for sure. Free pick by Jarvan. Can't do anything now. We don't have teleport. You go right back into lane. Still gonna say tabbies versus Urgot. Still like tabbies better than Phage personally. Also, yeah, tabbies and refillable pot I think is optimal here. I think you made a misbuy here. Probably just shove this wave and reset. I don't like that you're still on tower here. It's not, this is a mistake in my opinion. I play a lot of Kled. I think you know that when you submitted this. Think that once you've got this wave crashed, you need to get a back off here. You're not gonna get much done. You're never taking tower on this push ever. So that means that standing here is just wasting our time. We could back and get into position to have lane control with our items. We'll have 700 gold behind. This is good. Once you start snowballing, it's good that you're trying to pressure the lane. And he's immobile, and you can remount, obviously. So this is fine. Get tower down, keep cruising, or push in, shove the lane. Here, I would have E'd out. I wouldn't even been playing around with these guys. I would have just left. I don't see much of a dive here. I don't see much happening in this spot, so I would have let it go. Especially after she disengaged, just let it go. We're just getting out of line there, I think. That's pretty well played by you. Yeah, you can stay on that. I don't think you even have to flash. Oh boy. Yeah, I don't think you needed to flash there, but yeah, Urgot got to execute on us. Right now, what am I thinking if I'm Kled? Probably Going towards the Titanic, which you're already doing, and then GA is going to be the next item that I want you to build. And at this point, I think it's more important that we get off to a side lane here. I don't like this that much. But I'm going to look and see what you saw just to make sure. Because I pretty much just like... I pretty much never TP unless it's a flank. I would have liked this TP here. Same TP. Same TP, but TP here and then ult behind, in my opinion. Would be the optimal move. Other than the direction of the TP, I don't mind it because you had the lane shoved. I think it's good. I think this is as strong as you get as Kled, personally. Once you get, like, the way I view Kled is his lane phase is sort of like middle ground. If he gets snowballing, he's one of the strongest champs in the game. Stronger than just about any other champion in the game. Is the most obnoxious champion when he gets snowballing. He's won me many a game. The problem is his lane phase is that weak. This, you should have pathed towards top. I would have pathed towards top because this is all farm that I'm not getting unless I take it. And you're playing Kled with Titanic. So I don't like how you decided to... Also, I don't like this fight. I don't have ult. Jarvan's dead. Janna's super low. So I consider this, like, no health, no mana. I consider this a 4v3 basically. So I would have just went up here and pushed this down. Push this down, and then, because by the time you push this all in, your ult will be back up. I know that it says it's up, but it's lying. Game lies, GG. But yeah, if you path here, push this in, then you can ult from the side and get a nice one. And remember, the distance traveled on your ult increases the damage if you hit somebody. So it's important to try for those max range babies. That was a good trade. Just keep pushing. Keep pushing. That's a perfectly fine spot to keep going. You push GP out of lane. You got like a Lee ult, I think. Just keep cruising. I feel like there you should have just kept pushing and then rotated to Baron. Kled doesn't really do much without his ult. So I don't like fighting without, just like with any top laner. I don't like really team fighting without it. Based on what I'm seeing, a lot of your rotations seem a little rushed, and a lot of your fights, like that one right there, is a perfect example. Actually, a lot of your fights seem like you overplay them a lot of the time. So if we back up a bit. What? I had the shitty overlay. Oh, I'm sorry. Here you go. It's no more wacky, dude. So all this, I don't know what you're doing. Like, why you're walking from here to here. There is no value coming out of that often. So I think you set yourself up to get killed. Good. You waited for your ult, and then you got the kill. That was a really big play, actually. So yeah, just keep cruising. Don't back. Fuck that. Yeah, just take the tier 2. Shove out mid. I don't like that you stay here. You're never killing that Lee, so it's better to just rotate and take mid as opposed to try to cheese somebody, because you can't kill him. You can't 100-0 him there. It's just not gonna happen. I don't like your itemization. GA is so much better than Dead Man's Plate. On Kled specifically. I like the commitment on this. You needed to turn around right away here and try to hit the plant. And try to sneak out of that. Would have been way better. Because you could have dismounted and snuck your way towards Janna or something, but you didn't even try. You kept going too ham there. You need to push. You're right. Like, I get it, but no one's there. No one's gonna pressure that yet, so you need to shove that out and then back. Quick shove, then back. So no one can actually hit that thing. The only way, yeah, I was gonna say, the only way we lose is by forcing this objective. Because they win the 5v5. You get poked down pretty hard here. They get the dragon, nothing to be done about that. If you're waiting for ult, do not go in without it. Well, if your team wants a suicide, they want a suicide. Nah. Overall, this was a pretty good first look. The only thing that I would caution you on with Kled is overgrouping and overplaying. A lot of times you group with ult, I'm on board. You group without ult, I'm not on board. You get a kill and you try to get the second or third kill, that's just Kled's kit baiting you into dumb shit. But yeah, overgrouping and just overplaying the fights. Like after you make the one pick as Kled, you don't need to try to get 2 or 3 or 4. Remember, kind of view it like a Tryndamere thing where it's like, all right, I showed up, I did my damage, I ulted, get off to side lane immediately, leave, go to the side lane and then push off. Because that's gonna stall you time until your next ult. Essentially, it's very similar to Shen. Very similar. The only difference is with Kled, you get more dueling power. You get more stable dueling power through the mid game and more solo dive power in the mid game. So it's like we push, shove in, back, look to ult somebody, win the fight, go off to a side lane, push. It's not ult, kill somebody, and then drag that fight out, extend it until you die. That's bad. You can really keep your KDA super clean, especially when you get fed on this champion, I think. But it's important for you to not drag those fights out and to take advantage of how fast your pushing power really is once you get to Titanic. That is my takeaway from this. As you know, you did some good things, like your back timing top after you get to kill is good, and you did hit some good ults and I think like some good catches. But again, it's just overplaying and grouping without ult that's really hurting you with Kled right now. And Kled was one of my champions that I had pretty good results with before I did the whole land climb thing. So you should have no problem with him as long as you understand where your strengths are. That will help you a lot. Also, your itemization was a little wonky. GA as a third item is way better. I guess fourth item if you count boots is way better than Dead Man's on Kled. Like once you get that GA, it's like the power spike is outrageous. It's like a Riven. It's like a Riven with GA. It's just the most obnoxious thing in the game. So yeah, I hope you enjoy. I hope it helps. And yeah, you'll have no problem with this. Just keep working at it. Cool. YouTube, what up? It's NEACE, No Bullshit Gamer. Hope you enjoyed the coaching. Like, subscribe, etc. 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 Watch out for the frog ganks. I'll see you guys next time, and I'm out. Peace. Cracks. Thank you so much.